Bam! That's it. The red light is on. We are here. There's no more time for bullshitting. Now it's time to get what was it? What would they say on MTV? The real world. Time to start being real. Remember that the intro to the real world. Anybody? Am I the only one? I'm probably the only one.
No, they always had to do it with the straight face. It's like,
yes,
it's time to get real.
Time to get real. There it is. And that was the beginning of the end. Who knew the real world fucked us to the point where MTV would never play music ever again? It's all because of the real world. They fucked us, man.
Insane that they still call it music television, and they
yes. But I mean, okay, what is more absurd, that MTV is still called music television, or that the History Channel is nothing but bullshit of people chasing ghosts? Like, what the fuck?
And aliens. Don't forget about aliens.
History Channel is just ghosts and aliens now.
Well, the Learning Channel is all about overweight people and little people. So.
Right.
Well, the way that the History Channel gets by with the aliens, they call it ancient.
Ancient. That's what they do. Yeah. Ancient aliens. I think I told the story on our other podcast, Eddie the Ramble, but did I tell you all the story of when I met the ancient aliens guy, the motherfucker with the hair? You know, the guy with the fucking hair. So I was my first time ever at Comic-Con. It's like 12 years ago. And I'm walking in Thursday morning.
So that's like the height of his fame, like 12 years ago.
He was at the peak. And I'm walking and I see the hair. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I geeked out and I yelled on the floor. I just went, ancient aliens, motherfucker, ancient aliens. And I grabbed him and had him take a picture. And then he left. He was nice, but I think I'm the only person who's ever just said ancient aliens, motherfucker. And like, he should be happy. He should be happy. Anybody wants to take a picture with that fucking waste of space. I mean, my God, who gives a fuck? Anyway, he just bullshits for a living. I don't know who's a bigger bullshitter. The ancient alien guys, fantasy football people, preachers, or MAGA.
I just have
one of those.
Somebody's signal is messed up there.
Oh no,
is that Jerry? I think Jerry.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were glitching there for a second.
Oh no.
No, you wait. Okay, you kind of there. You're back. I
love the fact that we're live.
I looked at this thing and I didn't realize this, and I will talk about it today on one of these videos. Today is Columbus Day.
Yes.
And I know we have a rundown. We'll stick to that. No problem. I just want to make. I just literally it's Columbus Day. They call it Columbus Day, but this is after knowing Columbus didn't do shit. I still don't understand America's thing with this, where they still celebrate this dude, knowing he didn't discover shit and knowing how atrocious the motherfucker was. This is insane.
It's crazy.
And then how they try to split the difference is they say Happy Columbus Day / Indigenous. He slaughtered Indigenous.
He slaughtered them. Why would we have
this? Is like saying happy Pimp Ho Day.
It's happy the Don Magic Wand and Ho Day. Everybody happy the Bishop Don Magic Wand and Ho Day.
Is it a surprise? I mean, we still have statues of Confederate soldiers up, and we've renamed the bases after Confederate soldiers.
And what's crazy?
And now we're having an alternate All-American halftime show. It's like they just can't let anything go.
Anything. And Eddie, the people who are begging to keep it Columbus Day never met the motherfucker. Why do you give a shit? Why do you care? We never met this piece of shit.
Do you think they know he was brown? Do you think they know he was brown?
It probably would upset him. Now,
because they all think he's white, I think. They all think he's white.
He's a white guy. We are the We Ain't Right podcast. This is us. Please subscribe to us wherever you get your fine podcasting. If you want to see our lovely faces, why wouldn't you? You want to see how dapper Courtney looks every week. Why wouldn't you? Follow us on our YouTube channel. We Ain't Right. We're on Instagram. We Ain't Right. All that good shit. Come and say hello. Spread the word. Tell your friends. I'm comedian Jerry Rocha. Who else do we got? Let's go, baby.
Comedian Eddie Pence.
The writer Courtney Subtle.
Here we go.
Not sure.
Comedian, actor, writer. There you go. Exactly. Comedian, actor, writer Ty Barnett.
Ty Barnett. There we go. Man, here we are, fully loaded, ready to go. And Courtney, I think we talked about the pre-show. Your rundown might hold up right now. It is. Let me ask you all this question.
I'm ready to rip.
Yeah. So with the rundown, Lindsay Halligan, how do you fuck up not one, but two indictment paperworks? If you are a lawyer, how do you fuck it up not once, but twice? Two different people. This is like my mother not being able to fill out my sheet when she takes me to the doctor when I'm a kid at the doctor's office and like fucking it up. So,
well, I mean, incompetency can't be shocking in this administration.
No,
it's
truth.
But you think, like, Eddie, if like all they're trying to do is let's see how many of his enemies we can lock up as quickly as possible. If that is the mission, how do you then fuck that up where you can't even? It's like what, Courtney, please. What were all the fuck ups? Can you break these down?
Yeah, it's real easy. With the Comey, she submitted 2 indictments like it was happy hour. Basically, it's supposed to be the same thing.
Right.
And she signed her name to it. And when the judge started questioning her, she didn't know what she typed. And she was the only one that did it. It was 2 pages long. And because no other attorney would in her office would sign off on it. They didn't want to be any part of it. I'm sure when she asked them, they just had that Stephen Miller glitch in the Matrix where they just froze and wouldn't say anything.
Right.
And then the second one was Letitia James.
Yes.
Her address, Letitia James lives in
Brooklyn, New Jersey.
There you go. Brooklyn. She lives in an imaginary place called Brooklyn, New Jersey.
Ty, you were just in New York. Did you get to visit Brooklyn, New Jersey when you were up there, Ty?
Place. It's a lovely place. It's amazing. It's fairy tale land. You know, but again, a lot of this comes back to the incompetence of people. And when you come in and you tell people they aren't qualified strictly because of what they look like, and then you literally put in people who aren't qualified strictly because of what they look like or their loyalty to this person. This is how you get this. And what they say, every what's it is a confession. What did you say?
Every accusation. Every accusation
is a confession. These guys came in and accused everybody from Ketanji Brown Jackson to Kamala Harris to the 4-star general as being DEI, and then they literally replaced them with DEI people.
Yes,
they replaced them with people that are either just look a certain way or are loyal to them. Well, that's how you get this. I'm telling you, bro, there's no way other countries are looking at us in fear.
No,
like they're looking at us like, whoa, these motherfuckers still standing, huh? That's insane.
Well, Ty, to your point, Ty, and I have a question for you about this because, like, you mentioned the DEI thing, right? And however, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Kamala Harris, they put in the work. They worked their asses off. They studied their asses off. If we were on Jeopardy, any one of them could kick the living shit out of us. But then,
and the way the system's set up, they worked harder.
They had to work harder. They had to work twice as hard.
They had to work harder.
Just to get even. So like you said, with the every accusation is a confession. This is the real DEI. Is just some fucking ditz that Trump makes his lawyer because he wants to fuck her, or he has fucked her, or he thinks, oh well, if she's attractive, people will listen to her. That's all that matters. Like, that's DEI. That is the definition of DEI.
This is like the Apprentice American edition. This is the Apprentice American edition. This is
right.
But again, and I think what people need to start realizing is the people who will be affected by this kind of casting will be the people who, for some reason, don't want to question it until it really affects them. The farmers didn't want to question it until it affected them. The federal workers didn't want to question it until it affected them. The fucking who's it hitting now? The military, the certain vets that voted for this dude didn't want to question it until it hit them. And they're like, yo, there is no metric where you should be okay with any of this shit is happening. Because here's the thing that people refuse to acknowledge. And this is what I wish Democrats would really harp on. This is where, sometimes they say Democrats are really bad with messaging, and I agree to agree.
Oh, yeah.
The Democrats said, if they came out and constantly said, they have all the power. They have every single level of power. So everything that's happening to you, them. They need to put that on a goddamn shirt.
Yes.
And say the reason why you don't have a job is them. The reason why the government shut down, them. The reason why they fucked up these indictments, them. The reason why you don't have your farm, them. And it's every day that it's said, because these guys ran on this thing of we're going to come in and overhaul all of this other shit, which, by the way, the shit was fine. All you had to do to
didn't need overhauling.
You see what I'm saying? But Courtney said it 1 or 2 shows ago. All this motherfucker had to do was come in and do nothing. Nothing. But he had to come in, and his ego, his narcissism, his sociopathy came in and made him do this overhaul. I wish Democrats would every day remind these motherfuckers, it's them. It's all them.
And it's like, and Ty, I just like the people who are losing their farms, right? It makes you want to go, was the racism and ignorance worth this? Like, was this worth this? Is this what you feel good about this now? Like, you really are still behind this piece of shit right now? And what's weird is like some of the dudes you see interviewed who are losing their farms, they're about to lose their farms. That sword of Damocles is about to drop right on their fucking head. And they're still like, well, I believe in the guy. What the fuck do you believe in? What is there? What is he giving you to believe in? You stupid piece of shit. You know who I don't fucking believe in? Jerry fucking Jones. Don't believe in him. I'm so mad at Jerry fucking Jones. I'll never believe in Jerry fucking Jones because he's ruined this fucking franchise, and he ruined it by giving him championships. Trump hasn't even given these motherfuckers a Super Bowl to celebrate. Nothing. And I still believe in the guy.
But what I think it is, and all of us can relate to this, and this is part of the reason why I don't really buy jerseys that much anymore. Like I have sports. This is like the closest I have to any sports thing, But it's almost like when every year you buy a Cowboys koozie, Cowboys jersey, Cowboys cup, all this stuff. And then you look all of a sudden, and everything is Cowboys, and then someone keeps hitting you with this reality. Say, hey man, the Cowboys are horrible, bro. Cowboys are horrible. You're like, there's no way they're horrible. There's no way that they're horrible. What are you talking about? I got all of this shit here. So these farmers have bought into the koozie. They bought into the jersey. So for them, when they say, I still believe in the guy, what it is they have a hard time admitting that they believe in a shitty person.
Right.
That's what
it's a team. It's a team sport. It's a team sport, and he's their team.
That's why. That's it. That's why I have the most attractive comic book character ever on my head. Not a sporting team. I have Storm, the goddess of fucking thunder. She can control the weather. And when she had a mohawk in the 80s, that was by a mile. My biggest crush of all fucking time was seeing fine ass Storm with that fucking punk rock mohawk. Oh my God. Fuck it. Give me that over the Dallas fucking Cowboys. But anyway,
I thought that was a Weather Channel thing.
Come on, Courtney, get with it. I have a pin of her on this side.
So but like, with you guys.
Yeah, hey, but it was funny. This is going to be a stretch, but I really mean this, Ty, and I want all you guys to weigh in on this because Ty, what you're talking about is like they can't admit the Cowboys suck, right? They can't admit that they've been. And I wonder, and it makes me, this is the only tinge of empathy I will feel. Now, there's going to be a bit of a stretch. Marcos, not if you know what I'm talking about, but because Marcos is a movie buff. I don't know if any of you all have seen the film Lone Star by John Sayles, late 90s. It's a tremendous movie. It's about a small town murder, but it goes deeper than that. And, who's the actor? Chris Cooper, I think, is the main guy in it. He's fantastic. And there is a scene where Frances McDormand deserved an Oscar just for the one scene she's in. She plays his ex, and he goes to visit her, and it takes place in Texas. And when I first saw the film, I was a young man, and I thought it was comic relief because Ty, her house, it's all cowboy shit. It's all Dallas Cowboy shit. She's in a Troy Aikman jersey, right? And she's like passionately talking about the Cowboys. And at first I thought, oh, they're just kind of making fun of a fan. But then I saw the film again, and I really mean this. I think it's one of the most poignant and heartbreaking scenes I've ever seen in my life because it's not funny at all. You watch it and you watch her and the way Frances McDormand, who's of course one of the best we have, right, as an actor, the way she plays that part, you're like, wait a minute, this is a severely damaged individual whose only anything is through this fucking team. That's their only level. Like the Cowboys could be 3-7 and they'll be like, we're still going to win it all this year, but we got to get it together. Like it's just, and it makes me wonder if that is the same. And I know. It's, I'm not trying to, oh, poor me. A lot of these people are fucking racist. A lot of these people have hate in their hearts, and that's not good. But I also wonder, Ty, like you said, they can't admit that it's going bad, right? I wonder if part of that too is some real deep-seated fucking trauma that and their only outlet is to say, well, this guy is saying that all my dreams not coming true, all the bad things that have happened to me are not my fault. They're not my parents' fault. It's gay people. It's brown people. It's trans people. It's their fault. So I'm just going to put on my fucking blinders, put on my stupid fucking MAGA hat and just go. And I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it.
No,
but I
want Eddie and Courtney. I got my theory on that, but go ahead, you guys.
Yeah. Eddie, Courtney, take it. Who wants to go first?
Eddie. Go for it, Courtney.
I'll go for it. First thing I'm going to ask is, how old were you guys in 1982?
I was
five.
How old?
How old is it?
I was 5.
8.
92. I was
82.
82.
Oh, 82. Oh, okay, 10.
That's 5. Never mind. Go on. Fuck. I was going to talk about MTV, but
we all saw it. We were all there.
Listen,
I know Chris Cooper though. I do know Chris Cooper and Frances McDormand.
John Sayles. Yeah, all that. Do you guys ever watch Veep, the show?
I've seen parts of it.
Yeah. I love Veep.
Fantastic.
When her character, they're like, "What's she up to?" And they go, "She's spinning." And they open the door, and she's spinning around in her chair because she doesn't want to deal with anything in reality.
Right.
Lindsay Halligan was doing that in court, rocking back and forth and spinning in her chair because she didn't. It's like whatever.
So you think, Courtney, there is something to there's just some deep-seated trauma here, and I just have to worship this guy. And that's it.
I think that what it is that a lot of this stuff comes down to addiction. You wired your brain so much by being angry so much. It gives you a sense of belonging. And the only thing that can bring you out of that, facts cannot bring you out of that.
Right.
I know a lot of times on the show, we ask why. And I'm here to tell you, why is the only question we can't answer. It is the mystery of the universe and none of our business. We can ask where, what, who, how, all of that, but we can't ask why. But I can tell you, that for to talk to people about that, there has to be, to break that cycle of them being addicted in a cult to this anger feeling, to being superior. It takes a lot of pain to bring people to their knees to where they are open for just a minute to consider another way of living, thinking, being, and treating another human being. That's where we're at right there.
I think they're just addicted to the dopamine hit of hurting other people, getting down on other people, watching him talk down to other people, triggering liberal tears. They're just they get the dopamine rush every time they either get to type liberal tears or they hear him bash somebody. Like they get that. It's that same kick we all get when we get a like or a retweet on a post we put up. It just keeps feeding the beast, and they can't get away from it. It just reinforces it.
Yeah.
And it all everything all y'all said is exactly that. And to add to that, it's and there's a component to it where I say, one, I don't feel sorry for any of them anymore, ever, and I'll never forgive them forever for doing this. But because reality to me, and we all know this because I said this before, we all work with words. Yeah. So words are important to how we live our life. So words are important to what we put out and what we hear, especially when we're on stage. Using one word is the difference between a punchline being blah,
yep,
a punchline being over the top.
Absolutely,
it's a big deal. So to me, when I see people say, "Okay, well, this is our guy," and well, why is he your guy? Because he tells the truth. Okay, here's a lie. Here's another lie. Here's another lie. Yeah. Well, then you got to look at how he means it. Okay, so then you don't have a problem with him lying. You don't have a problem with that. No, well, I do. Okay, no. Because if that same person, if another person said that same lie, you would call it a lie.
Yes.
You are rational enough to know that you don't like lies, but you are okay with lies from him. So to me, when I see this and they get that dopamine, they get that, it's like, yeah, this guy's insulting these people. Then say you're a shitty person. Yeah. Say you're addicted to shitty people because you're a shitty person, which is, you have a right to be. You have absolutely every right to be a shitty person. My problem is when this shitty person is fucking them over and that shitty person has nobody else to blame. Yep. What are you going to do then? Yeah. Because none of this falls on Biden. So anytime you say, well, Biden is old, I don't give a fuck. So what, he's old? What does that mean? Yeah. Kamala Harris laughs funny. I don't give a fuck. How's that going to say shit?
Yeah, I'm not here to hear her laugh. We're not here to hear her laugh.
Thank you. So it's that thing of, I said all that to say, when is the reality going to kick in for these people to say, I got all of this goddamn cowboy shit and I'm broke. Yes. I got all of this cowboy shit and I have no health care. I got all of this cowboy shit and I had to fucking get rid of my farm. Right. So something at some point, and that crash out, whenever that crash out comes, I'm gonna love it, because I am tired of trying to speak to people and tell them things like, hey man, listen, here's what you should look at. Just go look at it. Yeah. And if don't believe me, go look at it. I just saw Mike Johnson lie about the healthcare thing again. And he said 1.5 million people, 1 million, some crazy, they always throw round numbers out there because they know their followers are stupid. And then they fact checked him. And he just same face. Nope. I just go look
right
at
there.
it.
Just nope, we're good.
But now I want to add this real quick, and I got to get all you guys on this. Is that here's what people aren't saying enough. The other day, it just happened to be on. I forgot what it was on. No, it wasn't. I was looking at something, and Fox was on, and they were talking to Kid Rock. And then I had to look at the clip. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. But I wasn't really, but they played the whole clip. You know, sometimes you skim because I'm trying to look for the parts I'm looking for. But I said, okay, let me just watch this, see if I missed something. And watching Laura Ingraham talk to Kid Rock and back and forth, I'm not bullshitting. I was like, oh, so much lies in this. And I said, and I'm just watching it for 2 fucking minutes. Right. So I said all that to say, it ain't just him lying. It ain't just Mike Johnson lying. These motherfuckers go home and they watch a constant stream of lies. They turn on their Sirius XM, listen to a constant stream of lies. They scroll on their phones and a constant stream of lies. So he's only one component to the bullshit. The problem is the rest of these, because they don't even see that dude 24 hours a day. They don't see him as much as they see Laura Ingraham.
Right. Yeah, but he's created this reality that they all, and Fox News created before he was even a thing. Yeah. This started in the late 90s with Newt Gingrich and America's New Deal and all that other bullshit. But they've created this whole reality where it's you just lie until that becomes the accepted reality for the people listening to the lie. And in order to stay in Trump's orbit, you have to continue to just like Mike Johnson just says the lie. He gets called on it. He's like, no, that's not true. The only way to handle it is like what Stephanopoulos did to JD Vance the other day, and when JD Vance lied about the $50,000 bribe, he's like, okay, thanks, bye, and you just cut them off. You got to cut the oxygen away.
Eddie, that's this is Eddie to go back to the Cowboys analogy. No, I mean this. I'm being dead serious here.
That Panthers loss really hurt, huh?
Yeah, it did. It did. There was but Eddie, I expected it. That's a problem. This is at least I'm out of the wilderness. I was expecting it. But years ago, when they were just embarrassingly bad, there was a guy on a Dallas radio station who was a beat writer who was on Jerry Jones's payroll. And like Ty said, that's all they're hearing. And he was just, and the radio host pulled a Stephanopoulos. And he said, quit being a shill for this team. And he just fucking hung up on him. And that's what we're not getting. That's what we're not getting on their side. It's all the lies. And to Ty's point, too, about how he said, you're not really going to feel sympathy when the bottom falls out for these. And mine, because let's say it is. Let's say there's some of them, and it probably is. What else could it be but some form of childhood trauma that makes you become an asshole and root for assholes? But here's the thing. We've all had childhood fucking trauma. Not one person on this planet has escaped childhood trauma or something awful, losing a loved one unexpectedly. All these things that can hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt. And we work our way out of it. And so that's why, to Ty's point, it's hard for me to be like, oh, gee, well, fuck it, man. You wanted this shit. You should have known
I don't have anything for them anymore because I gave them everything. I literally tried to give you facts, reasoning, empathy, sympathy, all of it. I tried to show you. Hey, man, I'm tired. Before November, no bullshit. I used to call people up that I could reach directly. And I'd be like, hey, man, just listen to me for a second. Can I just give you some information? Because I'm like, I gotta try everything I can. I remember one dude I talked to specifically, and I know this guy. I personally know him. And I said, hey, man, listen, bro, I've been seeing where your head is. And I said, I just want to give you some information before November. He's like, man, I just want the tax breaks. And I said, first of all, I said, you have daughters. You have, so me, I'm trying to appeal to him. I said, hey, man, this dude ain't good for young women, bro. You know that, right? He says, well, the thing is, I gotta think about, the money I bring in. I said, if your complaint is taxes being high, I said, we're under his tax plan now. And he said, no, we're not. I said, yes, we are. And I don't even have, I want to give y'all the long spiel of what right. Came away from it was this dude wasn't trying to hear it. Now, mind you, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just some black guy telling you some shit. That's it. I'm telling you something that's going to help protect your kids.
1,000%.
And you still don't want to fucking hear it.
That's what's insane.
So at that point, you throw your hands up like,
hey, how can you feel sorry? How can you feel sorry? We were already there.
None of that, guys, none of that matters. Right. You know why drunks hang out with drunks? Because they don't want to hear the truth. They want to reinforce the world around them. Yep. We love our booze, and this is the way it is. You ever tried to do an intervention on an alcoholic?
Oh, man.
They never once. They don't want to hear the truth. They can't hear the truth.
Yeah.
I've been there, all right? I understand that mindset of this is my group of people because they reinforce that I'm okay. Even with all my shitty, fucked up alcoholism, I'm okay.
Let me ask y'all this about Vance. Because again, the thing that tripped me out the most about that interview with Stephanopoulos, by the way, was I'm like,
oh man,
shouldn't you be running the country? Shouldn't you be doing some shit? Why are you out here doing this?
Yeah.
This somebody else should be talking to this. You should be trying to keep these farmers with their land. You should be trying to make sure
we're in an economic crisis right now.
Yes.
Or at least be on your 9th vacation.
Yeah.
In 7 months. Yes.
But at least go on your 9th vacation.
It's funny you said that. It's funny you say that, Eddie, because to go back to what we said about the team sport, hey man, the owner of your team is on vacation. You are trying to figure out how to eat today. How do you think y'all still on the same team?
It's crazy.
This motherfucker got the Vatican behind him.
Right.
He's just like this, like, yeah, man, you guys got to understand, we got to do something to help these people. Can I get Aperol spritz? Yes, I'll take another one of those.
Do you have any of those umbrella straws? That'd be great.
I love those. Well, Courtney, before we can, because I really want to go deeper into this Vance thing, but Courtney, because you said you brought up something very interesting back, and I don't want to, hope it don't make me relive anything too awful, but like in those days, what would you do when a loved one would say, dude, you gotta chill with this? Like what you got that information? Did you know that you were hurting them? Did you know what I mean? Like, or was it just, yeah, I get all that. I don't give a shit. Or was it just like, no, there's no way I'm hurting anybody. I'm fine. If you don't mind, I'm not trying to, but I'm just curious because you brought up a great point about the alcoholism and how you just want to be around other alcoholics because they just reinforce that nothing is wrong here. Yeah. What, like if I was a loved one of yours and back then, if I were to have approached security, this is really hurting me. How would you have taken that?
Well, coming from a 4-year-old back then, probably not really well. And
Uncle Courtney, why do you have to drink? Just buy me a transformer.
Right. And as far as bringing up things that can hurt me, is that like the thalidomide flipper that you guys always want to bring up with me?
Oh, we ain't brought it up in a while. We ain't brought it up in a while.
So
funny you say that. She's our next guest.
When that would happen, and it did happen, because I was homeless. I was on the streets. I was doing some crime and not very smartly. But I wouldn't hear it because I was in denial about my situation.
Of course.
I'm the farmer whose farm is going away, yet I'm still going to vote for the guy that's taking it away. I can't be invested in being wrong. I have to be invested in being right, because if I'm wrong, I got to give up booze, all my friends, all that life and everything and that community, and I'm not ready to do it. So I would fight you. I would call you names. I would destroy my relationships to be able to keep that thing for me, which was alcohol and cocaine, just the way they keep the red hat and they go to the rallies just for that sense of, because it is devastating. It was devastating to me.
Yeah.
Being in a solitary confinement cell, looking at 10 years. And that was the first time that I even thought, man, maybe my plan isn't working out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not working out the way it's supposed to.
So was that your rock bottom?
No,
solitary?
My rock bottom came after I'd been there a couple hours, and I decided, okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a writer. So while I'm inside, I'm going to write a great novel like Ernest Hemingway. And I'm also going to get in really buff shape like Rocky, right? I'm going to come out and be like a Rocky Hemingway. So I got down to do a push-up, and then my face hit the concrete.
Oh, no.
And I was like, man, that's and that was it. It was like, there are no plans that are working anymore. Nobody's opening that door. I'm done. And that was it. But that's how much pain it took for me to realize the way I was living, the pain that I was causing.
Right.
And I was down to 132 pounds.
Jesus.
And I had heart problems, and it was just awful. And finally, that was when I thought, maybe it's
time for a change.
Maybe it's time for change. And I did. And I got lucky. And
that's great. Thanks for sharing that.
But that's the thing, and I appreciate that's. And again, I'm glad that you, because a lot of people wouldn't tell that story the way you told it. A lot of people, it's just what it is. You went into detail about it because, again, and I think that's the difference with people who have real self-reflection versus someone who just says some shit. I think to compare this, what we're dealing with these people to addiction is a perfect way to put it. But, and this is what I keep forgetting to say, is that you said personal trauma. You ever watch those shows, the My 600 Pound Life or whatever, all those types of things? Somewhere in their story always starts with some kind of trauma. Something happened in their life, something. So a lot of these people, even if you go back to look at the people who were at the Capitol, a lot of those people, their stories that they tell, they either just lost a job, they lost a loved one, something's going on personally. So they identify with what these people at Fox was telling them. They identify with what this dude was telling them. So they went and did this. Now, again, I understand, and you can get caught up in moments when you're down. Where I draw my line is you're not seeing any fruits of that. You're literally seeing the exact opposite. Mike Johnson.
You're just seeing more labor, no fruits, more labor.
More labor. Mike Johnson, the JD Vances, these people are fighting to keep you poor. They're fighting to keep you without health care. How are you still putting that goddamn hat on?
I know.
And thinking that
It's
this
easy.
is your.
It's easy.
You're addicted.
I'm the guy that's standing in the gutter looking down at the world.
Right.
All right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I said, my pain had to be to that point where that didn't matter. In their eyes, what you're talking about, Ty, it's your fault.
Right.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that I'm homeless. It's my mom. It's my dad. It's society. It's everything. Everybody else is to blame for my fucking problem.
Wait,
and until I could come to a point and take that self-responsibility that you talked about.
Yeah.
That's when it is.
Well,
so,
and that was fucking great. Courtney, thank you for sharing that. And I want to touch on this because we mentioned it earlier. I think a lot of us were kind of like, what the hell's going to happen when Trump croaks? I think it's going to happen sooner than we realize because he's still talking about not getting into heaven.
Well, he has his second annual physical.
Yeah, the second annual physical. But man, is there, to lighten the mood here, is there a more unintimidating person than JD Vance? Like you said, George Stephanopoulos had no problem telling him to fuck off. And this is the same network that just gave Trump, what, $16 million?
15.
Like, so 50. So that just shows them they're not afraid of this fucking guy. And he's a fucking joke. And that was like, and Eddie, like you said, I hope we see more of that. I hope we see more of like, oh, you're just not going to answer? You're not going to tell me the truth? Fuck out of here. Interview's over. I don't care. And I think it's fascinating and hilarious that it's happening to someone of such a dope like JD Vance, such an uncharismatic pile of shit. Did you hear how?
No, I want Eddie. I'll say it after Eddie's answer, but it's funny something that he's. Go ahead, Eddie.
No, I didn't have anything. I was just I got nothing.
What I was going to say is that it's funny that in that interview with Stephanopoulos, he had to remind him. He said, "Instead, you're talking to the vice president."
Right?
Hey man,
right?
Did you catch that? He's like, "You're talking to the vice president, man." He's like,
I don't give a fuck.
You don't disrespect me. Hey man, but now here's the part that I hope people keep track of because I don't know what's going to happen when this dude passes. Right. Because let's be totally honest, man. They don't have to capitulate to this guy now, and they're doing it.
Right.
That's what people are not acknowledging. They don't have to bend the knee to this guy now. You're bending a knee to a criminal. You're bending a knee to a pedophile. You're bending a knee to a fucking rapist, bro. You're bending a knee to an idiot who is fucking people over in real time. So I have to question the networks, the people who have decided here, like the people going and giving this dude gold bars.
Oh my God.
Of course they're not going to do that for Vance, but my thing is
FIFA trophy.
180. How are you going to do 180 when that guy's gone? You're going to say, okay, you guys, I know, you guys, we take Kim off, we took Colbert off. Okay, you guys, you still love us, right? Right? No, because we see how you motherfuckers will fold, especially when you don't have to. That's the craziest thing. He's a fucking billionaire.
They didn't have to give him anything. They didn't have to give him a fucking dime. None of that shit would have held up in any court. They didn't have to pay him anything. That's what's good. But again, Ty, I think to answer part of what you're saying, we're seeing it. I think they're using JD Vance as the test dummy to be like, okay, how do we get our balls back? How do we get any kind of this fucking loser?
My best one was the Kristen Welker interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there were kidnappers taking her children, she wouldn't push back.
Right.
She's just not a pushback. She never asks the follow up, nothing. And yet she owned JD Vance in that interview.
Yes.
Nobody's afraid of that guy at all.
Fascinating.
He's weak.
I just hope I hope that people remember this time in history only because you see how easily it was changed.
Yeah.
Like, you notice, look at how many people talk shit about Biden while he was in office, how many people talk shit about Obama while he was in office, how many people talk about shit about, they're talking shit about Kamala Harris and she ain't even
she didn't win. And they're pretending like she would have been the worst. How do you fucking know?
It's worse than it. There's no.
Yeah.
But here's the craziest thing about it to me is that we have people that you want to puff your chest out when it's Biden because now here's why. Because Biden respected the office. Right. Biden respected the quorum. Biden's not going to send the military after you. You know Biden's not going to do any of that shit. This dude, you're scared because you even though what he's doing is wrong, he's going to still try to do it.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people don't understand how deep of a problem that shit is.
Yep, I agree.
And if you look at how the guy who just called he called for I can't remember her name, but he called for the Democrat to be hanged because it was for peaceful protests. And I can't remember this guy's name, but I was actually going to talk about him later. But he said that she should be hung, and then when he was pressed on it, this motherfucker said, "I'm sorry, I mean she should be in front of a firing squad." This is an elected official talking about another elected official, man. This is after Charlie Kirk. Remember? Yep. Hey, now what all did we hear during Charlie Kirk? You shouldn't call for violence.
Shouldn't do this. Terrible.
It's only calling for violence when the left does it. When the right does it, oh, that's just colorful language. That's just us joking around. You guys can't take a free joke. Speech. That's all. It's just
free speech.
Such horse. Again, like you said, every accusation is a fucking. It's an admission. Now, Courtney, you wanted to ask me something.
I have in our segment of Ask Jerry Anything. I have Jerry.
Eddie, you're on the hot seat next week.
Yeah, you're on the hot seat next week.
We have a new segment.
What's a house shutdown theory no one is talking about? And speaking of Congress, can you tell us who designed the Capitol building and what year construction actually began with the laying of the cornerstone?
You were there, motherfucker, asking me.
Whoa.
Shit. You were fucking there. You're the one doing it. Jesus Christ.
There go your initials in the concrete.
Yes.
My
I can't believe the guy who fed Paul Revere's horse their oats before he took off on the ride is asking me this. But I will. So one thing.
You have a theory, Jerry. Do you have a theory about?
I do. One thing I was thinking about. I do think Trump has gotten some news about his health that isn't good, and I do believe a lot of people within that inner circle know. That's why they're in panic mode, trying to get as much evil shit done while he's still alive. And I just thought, and y'all can ridicule me all you want, here's my weird, wait a minute moment was, what if, Mike Johnson continuing the shutdown, right? Here's my wild ass one. Does Mike Johnson know that Trump has got 2 to 3 weeks left and he wants to keep the shutdown going long enough so they can kind of do a Pete Rose thing and not have to release the Epstein files while he's still alive? That's what I wonder. If he's just like, dude, this is like some Pete Rose shit. We're going to put him in the Hall of Fame, but until
let's
he's
just run
dead.
the clock out if we can. Let's just run the clock out.
Eddie, is that what they're doing? Is he just in victory formation, just taking a knee, and he's just running this out? And then when Trump does die, and let's say I'm right, and let's say Trump dies within like a week and a half, and then they bring the government back, does Mike Johnson then go, oh, come on, let's not dishonor this person by releasing the Epstein files? What does it matter? He's dead now. Like, I think that's their way of dodging this fucking Epstein, or thinking they can dodge.
But wouldn't that be crazy if they said, well, let's not dishonor him? Well, why would it dishonor him? I thought he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's a trap they fall into. Right. But so that was my
Mike
theory.
Johnson already said he was an informant and then walked that back. So
walk that back. So, but I mean, so I'm asking you all, could you see that as having any remote possibility to it? Is Mike Johnson running out the clock, hoping Trump dies?
He keeps talking about he's not getting into heaven. Like, he keeps bringing that up in interviews, which is very fucking weird.
So,
here's the thing. Now let's go off on the crazy. Let's go off on the crazy religious part of this. And say, okay, man, you worried about getting into heaven, so that means you need to purge yourself of all your sins.
Right.
Why are you not doing it now? Hey, purge yourself of all your sins now. If he really was
get your
worried
ass
about
in the confession booth.
That's it. If he was worried about getting into heaven, he really should be like, okay, listen, man, I ain't even gonna be here to deal with the backlash. Right. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, because I made a deal with the big man upstairs. Right. Here you go. Right. In the files, I'm all over the files. I did some fucking crazy shit, man. It's fucked up. want to purge myself. Hey, y'all can't put me in jail anyway, because by the time this shit goes through, I'll be dead. So I just want to tell you guys, I did it. I did all of it. I was part of all of it. I actually got tons of pictures still on my phone right now. I did all of this shit. I honestly feel like this dude, what matters more to him than getting into heaven is maintaining his image here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Because he's not religious. He doesn't believe in that shit.
He believes in himself. That's it.
No, that's why I think there's something to this. I think Mike Johnson is keeping the shutdown going so he can just hope Trump dies in the next week or two. And okay, y'all, please don't ask me about Epstein. He's dead now. Let's move on to something else. I'm telling you, they're gonna Pete Rose this motherfucker. That's what's gonna happen. They're Pete Rose in this shit. Wild. So, man. First of all, before we go, it's time. Ty, is the burner on? Because we're about to let Ty cook. We're about to let Ty cook. So before we give
us some hope, buddy. Just want to let
you know. Hope. You got to stop asking me for that. I come.
That's why we ask you.
You're so good at it, though.
I'm the chef. I'm not the hope dude. I'm not the hope.
You're But Eddie, are you getting your list ready? Because we'll tease next week. Eddie will give us the top 10 biggest pieces of shit.
Power rankings.
The power rankings of the top 10 pieces of shit in this administration. I hope
it's hard to move 1 through 5. 6 through 10 you can move around. 1 through 5 are kind of set.
I can cook for 2 minutes. I got to hear at least 5 of these.
we gotta tease him for next week.
Give us a few of them.
I'm just saying Steve Miller doesn't go up or down week to week. He's got a locked in place. He's locked in where he is.
He's Alabama 10 years
He's
ago.
at no risk of dropping out of the top 5.
That's it.
Stephen Miller anytime soon.
He is the GOAT. He is in the GOAT status of shitty.
He is in GOAT status.
Oh,
I got you. Okay. All right. I am looking forward to the list next week.
Yeah.
All right. I would say this, man. What people got to understand, and to go back to I got to find this guy's name real quick. So I want to make sure I mention this piece of shit. John Gillette.
Okay.
John Gillette, Representative Arizona. Yeah. He's the one that called for the hanging. His exact post was
piece of shit.
Until people like this, he's talking about another representative that advocate for the overthrow of the American government are tried and convicted and hanged. It will continue. Here's my point. At some point, we have to realize as American citizens, most of the blowback of what happens in the government falls back on us. Yeah. We don't have Secret Service. Yeah. We don't have gated communities. We don't have armored trucks that are there to protect us. People don't understand that the fucking presidential limousine is fucking impenetrable because they want to protect that one citizen, that one person. Vice president, even vice presidents don't get Secret Service for lifetime.
No.
So my entire point in this is that the people who are going to be affected by it the most, need to wake the fuck up, because we are the ones that will have to walk in these streets. We're the ones that are going to have to drive on these roads. We're the ones that are going to have to be in these venues where we got to fucking look over our shoulders every goddamn day because we don't. Do you understand how much fear was in people after that shit happened with Charlie Kirk?
Oh, yeah.
How much fear people had just to go out in public because they're like, oh my God, they're shooting people. Yes, they are shooting people. But this is why when I see representatives like this is an elected official, I want people to remember that. People sent him there. They gave him power. These people don't give any fucks about you. Yeah. You need to wake the fuck up, farmers. You need to wake up poor middle class citizens. You need to wake up any of you people out there that think that this is your fucking team. Because no matter how many goddamn jerseys or memorabilia you have in your house, if you are not part of that team that gets Secret Service or bulletproof vehicle, you will deal with blowback.
Here it is. Yep. Gee, that was hell of a meal. Ty cooked. I loved it, man. That was beautiful. Damn, that was fucking awesome. Well, there we are. We're the We Ain't Right podcast. We thank you all for tuning in. Please spread the word. Subscribe, 5-star rating, positive text review. Follow us on YouTube. Follow all of us individually. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. We will see you all next week. Take care, everybody. Let's say goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.